So this game I did really well on Lee Sin, so I figured I'd use this to make a guide to show how to play Lee Sin, well, and what to build and stuff, and in certain situations. I don't remember if this game was like a complete stomp or somewhat close. Like I think you still have to play well, but make sure the camera follows me. Okay. So yeah, we call for an invade here because I'm duoed with the Taric on my team right now, and I'm against an Evelynn, so it was like usually if you're against like weak early game like AP junglers like Evelynn and Gragas, like Lee can pretty much duel anyone. So those two, like AP junglers especially, are usually weak early. So you want to try to counter jungle them, or at least put pressure on their blue buff, because they usually are really reliant on their blue early game. So that's why we decided to invade. Malphite took the scenic route, which was interesting. And then he also, I think, is the one that just decides to go. Morgana also didn't take her W, or didn't take her, is it her Q as her binding? She like took W like immediately. So if we had that, we would have gotten this kill on Leona. But here I just want to Q off the stun. You want to hold the Q for as long as possible when you do it on like these early game invades. And if you can, and if you're in melee range, like off of a CC, use your Q, get like those 2 auto attacks in, and then wait as long as possible until the Q's about to run out, and then burn your flash, or not burn your flash, and then they'll probably burn their flash during it. Like a lot of people at lower elos, like right here, like I hold on to it, like it was about to die, and then she still flashed, where she didn't really need to. Actually, no, she probably did, because Caitlyn would have just autoed her down and maybe killed her, but yeah, you want to hold on to that second part of the queue in invades, pretty much all the time. Like as long as you can, because you just got to be patient with it. Sometimes people will blow their flash, and then you could still get the second queue and finish them off. So we just end up trading blues, which is fine. Yeah, what are you gonna do? At that point, we were already so committed that like it didn't make sense to leave there. And then if I had like gone back and started my red, then my blue would have been gone. So it's it's just a simple trade, which is the usual response to getting invaded on one side. You go to their buff, but we didn't have any means of like quickly rotating enough like at the time that we were at. Now usually you want to smite with the second part of your W on. I don't have smite up here. I actually end up just taking the buff down without smite, because it didn't come up quick enough, because I just went from blue to red, which is quicker from your own blue to from your own red to your own blue. So with Lee Sin in the jungle, you want to get that level 3 right away. I like taking W second because I just think it keeps me healthier. Like I've done E second, and I just feel like you take a lot of damage, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem as good. Maybe you clear slightly faster, but I'd rather be healthy and then have a slightly faster clear. Alright, so here, coming in on again, because he was overextended, and I believe he already used a shadow, which is why he did that interesting flash. So just a little pressure. It's not going to force him out, and Morgana's already really low, so I was just trying to release some pressure from her. Hopefully she can survive there. But yeah, I was just checking that. Evelyn's top. Yeah, I checked it to make sure that she didn't leave little ones up, because sometimes people do that, which I don't understand. Early, like, you pretty much never want to leave the little guys up if you don't have to. Like, if you don't have to, like, leave the jungle immediately. Because then if you get the timer, yeah, Evelynn gank top really early. Well, not really early. I had the first gank of the game, but yeah, Evelynn will do that. Although, I mean, they have no CC, so. Alright, so here I try to finish off Shyvana, just because she was low. I think I ended up fucking it up. There's a ton of minions, so I tried to run into the bush to lose aggro, because like those minions would have just like killed me straight up. And she had a nice juke there. I mean, it's pretty easy to juke with Shyvana when you have your W on. The movement speed is really good for that. So after that, you just gotta clear the farm. Clear the farm at the turret. Take some XP for yourself. Never be afraid to take farm and stuff. Like, laners might bitch at you, but it really helps to be ahead of the other jungler. And it really doesn't put them any further behind if you take, like, you know, a minion or two. Because honestly, in solo queue, you need to be a little bit selfish in the jungle. Because otherwise, you're just, you know, you're relying on your team too much. So having the farm on yourself is very important. So that also means you want to keep up with the farm in the jungle and don't go crazy trying to gank all the time, which is the problem with a lot of Lee Sins, is that they try to gank too much and they end up falling so far behind that they're literally useless late game. Alright, so Morgana dives mid. And here I'm coming bot. Yeah, they're pinging wards there. They actually don't have any wards here. And Ashe is gonna die right here. I just get the nice Q just for lulz. Then after that, we really don't have any follow-up on to Leona, so we just get some damage. Or yeah, I thought about diving here, but I didn't have my Q because I used it to kill Ashe. So maybe if I had my Q for there, you know, we could have killed her, but that's alright. Still a kill for the bot lane, and I believe Caitlyn picked that up. No, I picked up Derp. Yeah. But you know, that still causes their ADC. Oh, they should be staying and pushing this wave. By the way, bottom. If they had just stayed one more wave and pushed it, like they were both healthy enough to do that, it would have denied them more CS, or the other bot lane more CS. Like they would have missed out on like this whole wave, and it's a cannon wave. So if you denied them the cannon minion, like that's a lot of XP wasted. So be aware of that. Don't back. Don't back when like their cannon minion is coming, because like you should stay there to take it. Like it's more important than you think to have that XP. So here I go for an aggressive start, just because I know we have a tank top lane, so I felt pretty free to build damage. Excuse me, but I usually try to build damage anyway, unless I get like really behind, like or something goes really wrong in the early game. Like the damage on Lee Sin early, I used to build Golem only, and now I build the Lizard Elder pretty much all the time because it's just so strong. Like your ganks are just like that much more potent because you just destroy people with damage. Alright, so here W, easy Q, and then I don't know if I finished off the Q. I think I was able to get him, but yeah, it's a really good, like Lee Sin works really well. Right now I should be pushing that with her. No, oh yeah, but I wanted to try to get her blue buff. That's right. So since I had it timed, that was kind of a dumb ward. I remember realizing right after that wow, this is an Evelynn. Why did I just ward that? And here she just tries to kill me. I was thinking of going back in to smite it, but then she did a lot of damage to me right away. And my bot lane was a little slower to react than theirs, but their Ashe is like kind of caught out here. But yeah, it was an attempt to try to pressure her blue buff because I knew what the timer was, so I wanted to get over there. But that's the reason why you don't take take the time. Like you don't take, you don't leave up the little guys because then you have the timer for later. When you counter jungle like buffs, you want to like repeatedly put pressure on them when you have the timer because like they don't know when they come up and you do. So if you have it written down and you're ready to make a play on them, like you back up like 40 seconds before that and then get whatever you need, get as strong as you possibly can, and then go to their buff and duel them, like you're probably going to win, especially with Lee Sin. You'll win that trade. You know, you'll probably use abilities taking the buff before they even, you know to react to it, or if they come by, you probably will be healthy enough that you can just fight them and push them off of it and then take it. And then let's see if I decided to give Morgana this blue buff. But yeah, this is kind of a relatively slow. Oh no, Evelynn. See, Evelynn got to take mine because I did my red and then I backed. Alright, I don't even remember. I don't want to fuck with this because sometimes when you rewind, like the game gets all screwy. So I'm just going to leave this as it is right now. But right there I should have gone straight to my blue. because she had the timer on my blue, so she did the right thing. You know, she was able to secure hers and then push me off of it, and because I was so low, like, I figured I just wanted to get rid of my red buff and then go back. Oh, she had flash there. But because I'm farming pretty well, let me fix these up here. Yeah, like I'm farming decently, so works. Losing a buff isn't like that big of a deal anymore. Ooh, here, I don't know if I come in. Yeah, I think I'm able to finish this off right here in this gank. Oh yeah, I did the screwiest thing. Okay, that I have to watch again because I don't know what my Q hit. Hold on. I was like, tell me this whole thing is about to freeze. Okay, wait. So I knew I wanted to flash to because Leona was trying to block it. Oh, I just missed it. Okay, I'm just bad. All right. So yeah, what I did there, because Leona was like obviously trying to block the Q for Ashe, was just ward hop and then sideways flash to get the angle to Q. But I just flat out missed the Q and whatever. I mean, because I built Lizard Elder, I was able to kill her with just my kick anyway. The kick has like a really strong AD ratio, so. That's why you want flat AD Quince on Lee Sin, and you want to have 21-9 masteries, and building this damage, like, he just does so much early game damage, it's ridiculous. Like, if his kit wasn't, like, if he didn't, like, fall off so hard, like, in team fights, like, literally full damage Lee Sin will 1v1, like, anyone. It's ridiculous. If you've ever seen like a top lane Lee Sin snowball, it's disgusting how they can literally just like 1v3, 1v5 teams if they're that ahead. Like his ratios are just ridiculous. But you know, eventually you need to build him like a bruiser though. I mean, it's just how you gotta do it in the jungle. You need some tankiness. But yeah, usually I just always get the lizard, and then make sure you're keeping up with your conservation stacks. I usually try to keep up. I usually think about it like a decent amount. But like when you have a large amount, like you need to farm. So here I just hold off top a little bit. Yeah, I was thinking about ward hopping to try to Q to her, but then I just decided against it like midway. Even if your laner pings you away, like get the CS that he's gonna miss. That's why I left that one there, because I figured he'd be able to get that, and I think he did, so. Like, they always assume that you touching minions is going to push the wave, especially in the Aureolas. That's what they all say. They're like, oh my god, don't push, but like, if they're going to miss minions, you take what they're going to miss, and then even a little more. Like, it's going to help you out, and it's not going to hurt them that much. So here I pick up Mobility Boots second, because Morgana's kind of having trouble mid, and top is like really back and forth and kind of iffy. And bot's also not, you know, every lane is kind of a question mark right now, so that's why I got them before getting a Sightstone, and I wanted to be able to, you know, be in every lane and help everyone out. So this is the best way to do that. Whoops. Just get those Mobility Boots second. Depending on how the game's going, I'll either get the Sightstone second and then just regular boots, or, you know, or get the Mobies first, like I did here. So there, I just saw him. I was able to see him ward that, like the animation of a ward dropping. And then I tried to go off of this pink ward, but they're all there to stop it. So yeah, at this point in the game, dragon control is pretty big. All right, so here I placed that ward previously just to see her doing it, and then I'm able to get the smite steal on that, which is good. Denying Evelynn a blue buff is always a plus. So they try to find me in here. I was about to walk through a ward there. I don't know why she thought she could duel me. I was a little slow to react on that. I don't know what I was trying to do. Oh yeah, Zed was there, so I didn't really want to. Oh yeah. So here I tried my best to escape, but then Zed ends up flash queuing me. I didn't react to it fast enough, so. I could have maybe sidestepped it, but I really wasn't expecting a flash queue. So it ends up giving the blue to Zed, which isn't like horrible, but it does help him push really hard with the cooldown reduction. And then yeah, I'm working towards the Warden's Mill right now, just because that was what I could afford at the moment, and usually that's how your item decisions have to go. You never want to just like have one route that you're always going to do. Like, if you can get something else that'll make you stronger, then you need to do it. And Warden's Mail, like, it'll help with tower dives and stuff, just having the extra armor and ganking bot. And against Zed, really, I mean. Yeah, I hold off the blue buff for her. I figured it would help her out, so I gave it to her. But, yeah, depending on how your mid's doing, like, if they're really ahead, sometimes you don't even need to give them the blue, and they are fine just on their own, then you take it, or if they're a manaless mid laner, I will most likely never give them the blue buff, just for the XP and faster clearing and all the CDR, all the good stuff that blue buff gives you. So, I believe... Oh yeah, they killed Evelyn. Or Evelyn died top, I believe. So, yeah, this is a free dragon for us, pretty much. My support dropped the pink ward. So, this is pretty guaranteed.
Blue team has slain the dragon.
The Ash Arrow to stop it all. Yeah, so there I just wanted to put some pressure on her, maybe catch her. But, let's see, do they have wards here? No, they don't.
Killing spree. Blue team's turret.
There, I almost thought she was AFK because she was sitting there, but she was probably typing to her team or something. Was thinking about trying to make a play, but there's no point in diving recklessly. That's the only thing about building Lee Sin damage, is that you have to be really careful about your dives. So, normally, if you're going to tank them, like, they have to die really fast, and you have to be able to save your W. And there I kicked Zed. He wasn't able to get turret aggro because of the minions, and like he wasn't fighting me yet. But then ward hop, Q, and then some autos to finish him off. So I was able to shut him down there, which was really good. And that's the thing with Lee Sin damage, is that you can even duel solo laners. Like I think he was 2 levels ahead of me at that point. Let me go back. He was level 12, and I believe I just turned level 10 on that. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to press. Yeah, I was level 9 during that whole sequence. So 3 levels down on him, and I was still able to kill him. From, I believe he was full health. But I just got the early jump on him, and I was able to do enough damage. And Q alt EQ is like a really big, it's like the most damage you'll get in a combo from Lee Sin. Whoops. Number I'm number 1. So yeah, don't be afraid to 1v1 people as Lee Sin if you have full health, even if it's a Zed. Like, I knew he didn't have his ult, so that's why I tried that. Because he had just killed Morgana with it, I think. But yeah, pick up the Warden's Mail and then a Ruby Crystal to start getting my Sightstone. Because you really need the Sightstone on Jungle Lee, it just helps a lot. And obviously, ward hopping is just something you need to master if you're going to play Lee Sin. And I personally use my 2 key for my wards to smart cast. I just find it easier, and then I ward hop with my middle finger just to press both, and just 2 and then W is right under it. That's the way it works. That's the way that's easiest for me. So that's what I'm doing. Or, that's what I've been doing. Here I'm just kind of floating around, trying to see if I can make something happen mid. Yeah, waited for him to go in. She gets a nice Dark Binding. That was the weirdest flash kick interaction, but my Q was already on him, so I was able to finish it off. I actually want to see that in slow motion, because that was really strange. Alright, so yeah. Always wait for the laners to use their CC. Okay, I kicked him like as he flashed. That didn't make any sense. I should have like canceled the animation, but luckily I had my Q on him, because if I didn't, Morgana probably would have died. And then I was able to finish that off. But yeah, basically, if you can, you always want to get the Q, ulti Q, if you can put them back in a bad position, because then it just, brings you right there with them. And it just is the most effective way to CC people when you're going for ganks. I think Shyvana actually gets away here. I don't remember what I tried to do. I know. I got her. So I've got a couple shutdowns now, which is good. Getting a lot of gold. And playing Lee Sin this way, it takes a lot of experience to play him building damage, because you have to be really confident in your ability to make plays. Alright, I eat the stun from Leona. Ooh, I missed that Q. Okay. If I had gotten that Q, Ashe would have definitely died to me. Here I'm just waiting for my Q to come up again. I got stunned under turret, which was fine. I was still tanky enough because I had the armor to survive a couple shots. But I went in for that just because Ashe was so low and was able to get the flash kick and make the play.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
That time it's like it's difficult to do the kick flash if you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I pull one off this game, but like when you're queuing in from a distance, it's just easier to flash backwards afterwards, or like during the queue. Like sometimes you don't even finish the queue animation and you just flash behind them, like midway through it, so you don't actually do the damage of the second part of the queue, which I don't know, it depends on the situation. Like if you just need to get it off as quick as possible, then that's fine, but I think I finished that queue because she was low, and then I just kicked her back anyway. But yeah, never be afraid to use your flash to make plays like that. Flash is always worth it for a kill. Alright, so they know I'm here. And I'm just standing here, like a retard. But yeah, once I see the was it Hawkshot? Sorry about that. My headset just died midway through that. But yeah, once I saw the Hawkshot, I just pieced out. So here, blue. Yeah, Shyvana's getting pretty caught. And I was gonna try to W. I kept trying to W to something, minions or Kate or whatever, but I was never close enough, so I just kind of stood there for a little bit. And then I believe here, yeah, I start lagging really hard here, which kind of sucked. But Malphite goes hard. And then I'm still lagging at this point too, I think. So that's why I backed out like that. Normally I'd keep going in.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So that's just another case of people flashing while the Q is on them, and it happens all the time. That's why you want to like be patient with it. But here I got my friend got the stun off there, so I was able to get the easy Q. I landed the Q also. I made sure that second damage hit. Also because I just don't do it quick enough to do it before the thing. What's it called? Before the ward actually drops and I can W to it. So something I maybe need to practice is oh, she did. But yeah, something even I need to work on is actually doing it before the Q even gets there. Like doing it fast enough. I don't know. It's like a difference of like a millisecond, but it's still good to practice. It was just hard to do it with the same finger. So here I tried to just distract the Shyvana away from Taric, but he dies because he doesn't have flash. Unfortunate. Did I have my ult there? I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, if I had my ult up there, I would have like tried to kick him over the wall and then run away with him. So here I just decided to get this farm bot because like none of the carries were going to get it, and it needed to be pushed out because it was hitting the turret, and it's just too much farm like to miss. So don't shy away from opportunities to get free farm like that, because as the jungler you know going to always naturally have less gold than everyone else. What did I turn back to buy? Another giant spell. Okay. But yeah, let's see, why did I do that? Oh yeah, because they have a lot of mixed damage, so random wins is a must on Lee Sin. Like you need to have it, like, because you're gonna be in the middle of the team, and doing your cripple plus random wins actually like really fucks with an AD carry like more than you'd even think. And then she gets a nice little dodge there. I just missed it. I probably wouldn't have been able to kill her anyway. But yeah, I worked towards a Warmogs this game just because they have a lot of mixed damage, and I didn't feel like building Banshees right away. I think I do actually after this. But I got the giant spell because you want to be efficient with your gold and you know spend the money that you have to make yourself strong at that point. And like their Evelynn wasn't that strong, so and she also has magic penetration, so it's actually not that big of a deal that I didn't get magic resist right away. But I'm not really going to be fighting Evelynn, you know, I'm more focused on trying to put their priority targets into the team. The Shyvana Liz by like a fucking hair here. Oh, and then I blew that so hard, and then I just kicked Zed just to kick something. So that was kind of pretty badly played, but you know they're all so low that we were able to get kills, and there I just ward hopped like an inch to get out of the turret range. So that could have been played a lot better by me. I kind of went really ham and then still fucked it up, but I was really bloodthirsty for that Shyvana. But still, we got picks, and then we tried to apply some pressure on the turret. Yeah, that was warded, so support ends up dying for that. I believe I live here, though. Yep. Then here we're pinging everyone back. So yeah, it's kind of a mess of a game. It's all over the place. It's been more just like kills happening everywhere, but we haven't really gotten too many objectives. But we have a decent amount. They pushed out top lane more, but we have mid tier 2 down, which is way more important than a side lane tier 2. And as the jungler, you want to be the one pushing for these objectives. Like you go make a play. You gotta go get those turrets, get those dragons. All that good stuff is really important to think about as the jungler. Even if you just like force someone out of lane. Ooh, yep, she catches him. So in the free Q, and then I wait till his ult comes off so that I finish it and get the damage, and I kick him in anyway. I probably didn't need to, but I dropped the random and slow. Make sure that it's gonna be hard for them to go anywhere. I get that kill also. And then Shyvana dives in like randomly in the back here, so she puts herself in a really bad position. Making sure to get the auto attacks in so that I get energy, but I had enough for, oh, she cleansed my slow right there. And then we didn't want to chase too hard for her because Shyvana runs really fast with her W, and we were kind of low ourselves, so it really wasn't worth it. It's better to just try to push after that. Chasing for her would have just been too much. It's better to just get pressure on their turrets and stuff, because the more you push the lanes, the more that they have to deal with them, and then that frees you up to do other things and push other lanes, you know, pressure Baron, get vision control on Baron, things like that, which is what I'm trying to do right here. And then I pass through this guy after I board it. And to clear wards faster, just use any ability, really. W on yourself or E just to get the faster auto attacks. And then here I'm getting close to 16, so I'm trying to farm whatever I can, like real quick. But yeah, I picked up a Negatron Cloak, okay. Yeah, so I got that giant spout to get into a Warmogs later, but because it was the best thing I could get at the time, that's why I bought it. And I throw that ward over, just to try to get some vision of the area. If you throw it right by the wall, usually they'll pink ward in the pit, and then the wall won't get that. Or like their pink wards won't usually see those, and those give you enough vision that you have like some information about where they are. And then here I really wanted to back because I think at this point I was able to finish my Banshees, or at least get the Spectre's Cow. Yeah, I got the Spectre's Cow. And then I upgraded for a Ruby Sightstone also. Ruby Sightstone is good just to have when you're getting around Baron time, and you need to like pump out as many wards as possible. Also, more jukes. So, I like having it. Especially since this was kind of like a slow game, and like there's, I mean, even though I'm 7-1, like I'm not like that rich really as far as items go. But yeah, there I waited for Zed to use his escape while my Q is still on him, and then I get him again with another one that sets me up perfectly to kick Shyvana back. So they just played really sloppy and got caught a lot, which is why they lost. And then I didn't finish that Q. I wanted to give Caitlyn some kills, but you know, killing 2 people right by the Baron pit, that basically gives you Baron for free. So now when you're Baroning and Dragoning, you first of all you don't want to be tanking the Baron because it takes your damage to half, which I think I am at this point. But you want to try to like hopefully your support is smart enough and to tank for you, because people with execute combos like there I fucked up the smite and Caitlyn was able to secure it because I was tanking Baron, so my damage was cut in half, and that fucked up my Q smite Q. Well, not fucked it up, but like, you know, made it a lot weaker than it's supposed to be. Because normally I would have secured that Baron if I wasn't tanking it. But because I was, you know, that was kind of a 50-50 risky Baron too. I wait to get out of turret range, get that Q, and go back in. So yeah, the other team kind of played this really sloppy. They just got caught repeatedly, which is something you want to try to avoid and tell your teammates to try to avoid. But you know, you can't control everyone. But like when it's usually a cycle. Like when one person gets caught, usually a bunch of them will. So there I tried the flash. I did the flash kick because Evelyn was CC'd and she's really squishy. And the way you do that is like you press the alt on him so that it's locked on, and then you flash like as it's happening. So it's kind of difficult at first. It feels weird, but once you get used to the timing of it, you'll know like, you know, press R and then flash at this time. Sometimes people like to, or sometimes I'll even base it off of like the sound. Like when I hear Lee Sin yell, then I'll flash. There, drop another Randuin slow. Just because, like, when you're in the middle of the team, if you can get your Randuin slow on as many people as possible, it's like the best thing to do. It's actually a really potent slow. Like, it's almost as good as a Thresh box. I don't even know what the exact percentage of the slow is, but like when you see it happen, like it hits hard in a team fight if you get it off properly, and it'll really fuck with AD carries when you combine that with your cripple. So that's a big thing to be sure you're doing. If you're not playing a peeler role, you definitely want to be. If you're not like playing a more appeal role that and you're trying to like you have the freedom to like get on the other carry, then you definitely want to use that combo, cripple and what the fuck am I saying? Cripple and Randuin's. It'll make them feel like literally useless for like a couple seconds because they'll be auto attacking slower and they can't move anywhere. So you'll just be pounding on them, and that'll also proc your passive. So you'll be auto attacking them a bunch, doing a ton of damage, getting to basically stick on them for free, and making your Qs easy to land and everything. Like you just stick on them, and it's really annoying. When is it good to build Hydra on Lee Sin? You have to be really ahead to build Hydra. That's like it's a really expensive item, and like although it's really good, like every top Lee Sin builds it, like it's not something you want on in the jungle normally. Um, if you're like really snowballing hard, then maybe, but like I usually stay away from it in the jungle for sure, unless I build Golem first and then start snowballing, and then I can afford it. Then yeah, I'll get that for damage. But if you start Lizard Elder and then you like, I wasn't able to get Black Cleaver that game because I wanted to be tankier because we weren't like doing that well, and like I didn't have a lot of successful ganks early, so I didn't have a lot of gold income early. But normally I'll get a Black Cleaver and get that early Brutalizer like after my Lizard Elder, or after my Sidestone, depending on what I can get or what I need at that point. But Brutalizer on Lee Sin is super good early. Like your damage is like crazy when you do that. So yeah, I'll cut this guide up and put it on YouTube. Somewhat